So hey everyone, my name is Sam and I'm an average Joe lawn nut. So about 33 days ago, I did a first application of Roundup without glyphosate. It's with geranium acid on the entire lawn. I decided to kill off the entire lawn and start over. So it's been 33 days since I did that, and it's about 15 days since I actually reseeded the entire lawn. So first let me just show you some footage how it looked after just 6 days. Let's take a look at that. So it's been about 6 days since I planted the seeds, and I've had some good germination. The weather has been really harsh. It's been really warm, of course, and not much rain. It's been raining and a bit cooler weather up until I did this. Then of course we had really good weather, which I wasn't really hoping for. I was hoping for more rain, but it was fine. I mean, you just have to keep up with your watering, and remember it has to be moist at all times. I mean, I know people say that, but it doesn't have to be moist 100% of the time. I mean, I had days where no one was home, I was at work, and when I got home everything was dry. Then I watered it as soon as I could and it was fine. It's not the end of the world. Weirdly enough, I had so much of the old grass coming through, which I thought was dead. I mean, that goes to show that the Roundup maybe didn't kill off as much as I had hoped. Let me show you how it looks. These areas, I mean, this is just the old grass that has kind of picked up speed. For some reason it just didn't die. I'm not sure you can see this on the camera, but you can see that the new seeds are popping up. They're just popping up everywhere. I mean, here you can see it's just coming up everywhere. I've had really good germination in what, 6 days. That's pretty awesome. All the way here, little grass babies popping up. So fun to see. Here it's been really good. It's popping up all over. I'm not sure, maybe it's hard to see on the camera. Oi! That seed is not for you, dude. Oh, he's eating worms. That's fine. No, don't eat the worms. They help with aerating the lawn. Leave my stuff alone. Well, as you can see, I've had pretty good germination. It's only been 6 days. And this is the reason why I wanted to go with the RPR from Barrenbrug, or ryegrass. Imagine this being Kentucky bluegrass. I mean, it would still be like 20 days to go before I can see anything pop up. It just takes forever. But with this, I mean, 6 days in, I'm having germination all over the place. It's pretty fun. I think I'll make it. Well, we'll see. Since the weather is really picking up, we're getting really hot days. If I don't keep up with the irrigation, the new grass just might fry. So we'll see. At least I have a good start. So we'll check on this in another week and see how we're doing. See you in a week. And now let's have a look at how it looks today. So today it's been exactly 15 days since I reseeded the entire lawn. So let's have a look how it looks. So this is how it's looking at the moment. It's looking awesome. I mean, for being just 15 days after reseeding, I mean, I do have a lot of patches, but as I said, you're never gonna get 100% germination. You're gonna have patches to fix. But I mean, considering it's been 15 days since I reseeded, it's been 33 days since I started the entire journey, it's looking awesome. So this is the side area. As I said, I'm super happy with this. So let me show you the front as well. So this is the front, also looking really awesome. I mean, sure, I have patches here and there, but I mean, overall, it's looking really great. And I mean, as far as weed grasses go, I don't have a lot of weeds except for this. I mean, if you can see this pretty clearly, where you have some thicker blades, and I am suspecting this is couch grass, or as we say in Swedish, kvickrot. And it's a really pain in the ass to have this. There's actually nothing you can do against this. There are no selective herbicides, there's nothing against this. And they spread using rhizomes, so I mean, just picking this up like I did won't help, since as soon as you do this, it's just gonna pop up right next to it, since it's growing through rhizomes, so it's just gonna sprout in another place. So the only way to kind of get rid of this is use a garden fork and dig up the entire root system around this area though. There is no other way. So I just have to try to make the conditions better for the grass so it kind of takes over and doesn't let this grass to grow. I mean, of all the weed grasses I could have gotten, I guess this is one of the better ones, considering it's the one that is really similar to ryegrass. It's not as glossy as ryegrass, that's the only difference, but it has pretty much the same color as ryegrass, maybe a bit darker green. It will blend in, but you have to kind of keep track of it so it doesn't take over. But as I said, the only way I know how to actually take care of this weed is using glyphosate. I mean, just killing off the entire thing. And as I said, we don't have glyphosate, and I'm not killing off the lawn a second time. It is what it is. I'm not too concerned about it. And to be honest, I'm kind of surprised. I thought I would have more weed pressure, but I haven't really seen anything other than the couch, the weed and grass. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Couch grass, couch grass. Well, anyways, we reached a point now where the grass is 5-6 centimeters, so about 1.5 to 2 inches, and it's actually time to cut it. So I need to cut the grass first, and then I'm actually going to start reseeding some of the patches, and I'm just gonna do that by putting out some seeds and putting top dress on top of it, and nothing more fancy than that. And we'll see how it goes. I'll probably have to do this in iterations as well. And when you do start cutting the grass, it's gonna start growing thicker, it's gonna spread, so that will help as well. But I just don't want to let it be and wait for the RPR to kind of spread, because then weed grasses will take over, so something will start growing at some point. If it's not grass, then something else will come. All right, so let's start just by cutting this and see how it looks afterwards. All right, I'm gonna use my manual reel mower, the Gardena 400C, and it's perfect for this because it doesn't weigh a lot. I wouldn't put a heavy rotary mower on this just yet. It's just too heavy. I want to do as little damage to the new grass as I can, so this is actually perfect for it. And I'm actually going to bag it for now. Since I'm reseeding some areas, I don't want the grass to cover it, so I miss it. And I'm actually just cutting at roughly just above 1 inch, so maybe a little bit more than I should. It'll be fine. So I'm done cutting the lawn. Looks awesome. That was so satisfying. But I mean, you have to agree, it's kind of amazing to get to this point just 33 days after I started killing it off. So after reseeding, it's 15 days and it looks like this already. Kind of amazing. And I mean, it's been a lot of work. But at the end of the day, I mean, looking at this, I mean, I'm pretty happy. It was so worth it. By the way, you want to know something really funny? Well, maybe it's not that funny. Maybe it's more sad than funny. I have one allergy in life, and that's against grass. I'm actually allergic to grass. Isn't that just fantastic? Out of all things to be allergic to, I'm actually allergic to grass. So I've had shots for 5 years to kind of build up my immune system for grass tolerance, and it's helping really, really a lot. I mean, just a couple of years ago, I couldn't cut the grass over there. If it's tall grass and I went with a trimmer, I had to go lie down after half an hour because it was just running all over from my eyes, nose, everywhere. I was all red in the face. But these days I can cut grass and look at me, I look fine, but I can still feel it a bit. It doesn't go away completely. But isn't that just irony of life? You're a lawn nut, your biggest passion in life is your lawn, and of course you're allergic to grass. Why wouldn't you be? I mean, doesn't that tell you the amount of passion I have for this? I'm doing this in spite of my grass allergy. I mean, I love doing this. That's the level of commitment I have. All right, well, let's have a look how it looks right now after I mowed it. The sun is pretty bright, so I'm not sure how much the camera is picking it up. It's hard for me to see, but hopefully you can see it. I mean, now you can see the bare spots more easy, but I mean, these will fill in over time. The thing that happens when you mow it a lot is that you start training the grass the height you want it to be. So after a while, when you cut it a specific height, the grass is going to know this is the height I'm going to be. So it starts optimizing the blades for that height and looking at it best. Also, what you're doing is telling the grass, well, you're not going to get any higher than this. So it starts to grow laterally. So it starts growing and spreading sideways, because that's what grass wants to do. That's pretty much what all plants wants to do. It wants to reproduce and grow, at least with grass types like RPR or Kentucky bluegrass and stuff like that. So this is what I want to do, but I mean, for some of these patches, that process is just going to take too long, so I just want to have these reseeded. But for smaller patches, I mean, they're going to just fill in over time on its own, so I'm not too worried about that. So now let's have a look at the rest of the lawn. It's looking awesome. I mean, the front is looking pretty good, except for this part, but I mean, I'll just have to reseed it and it will fill in. And when I'm all done, I'm gonna need to do a nice circle around the tree, but we'll get to that. All right, so I'm just gonna reseed those areas and just run over them with the Landsy with a nice thin layer of top dress. And then I'm just gonna continue on for a couple of weeks, trying to prevent that it dries out. And as I keep pointing out, that's the real pain. All of this is just fun work for me. But I mean, on some level, even that is fun. I know I'm completely nuts, but I still think it's fun. All right, let's get going with that. So what I've done is just taking the rake and very lightly and very gently just cultivated the soil so I can reseed this. You don't want to do this just going ham, just be careful. It's just a light rake. All right, so for the bigger areas, I'll just use the handheld spreader. Otherwise, for some of the small areas, I'll just do it by hand. But I'll put it in this for now anyways. So I'm done with the seeding, but I actually changed my mind. I'm not gonna run over it with the Landsea and put top dress on it. I'm just gonna use the rake and try to cover the seeds as well as I can, and then maybe just step on it to get that seed to soil contact. I just don't want to fill up the entire Landsea and put that much pressure on the new grass. Told you I was allergic to grass. We'll try it that way and see if it works. I think that will be fine. I don't think it has to be any more fancy than that. All right, so I'm done reseeding the patches I had. We'll see how it turns out. As I said, I didn't throw any top dress on them. I just raked on top of it and tried to cover them as best as I could, and then just stepped on it for seed to soil contact. We'll see how it does. I think it will be fine. I will still have patches anyways, and some of these patches will kind of grow in anyways, so I'm just helping it along. And I actually started my hunters. I only have 2 working at the moment. I had to dig up most of them since I had a new cable for the robo mower installed. Yes, I do have a robo mower, even though I'm a lawn nut. Sometimes you don't have time to cut the lawn and it kind of looks awful, so then you start the robo mower. I think I only used that thing 2, 3, 4 times last year. That was during vacation. Otherwise, I mean, of course, I like to mow it myself, but it's good to have a backup. We actually bought that thing just because I was allergic and I couldn't actually cut the grass. But nowadays I actually can cut the grass. So I have the hunters going, the 2 I have, and then the rest I'll just use the oscillating sprinkler or just do it by hand. So I just need to keep this from drying out for a few weeks. All right, so that's it. I will keep you updated. Now that I've actually shown you how it looks, I will keep you updated on my Instagram, so please follow me there if you haven't. I'll post some pictures how it looks over the weeks, and then we'll just continue on with the plans I have for the lawn for the summer and for the fall. So we'll just keep going and see if we can get it looking as good as the last lawn did, but with just one grass type, the RPR ryegrass. So we'll see. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.